Joe Rogan is an interesting character. He's an American podcaster and comedian, and even though I've never heard him make a single joke, I've still laughed hysterically at some of Rogan's content. Joe's been doing this whole YouTube thing for a while, with his first video being uploaded more than 15 years ago. And a few years later, he would start his very successful podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. A massively successful podcast that had its first episode uploaded on December the 24th, 2009. In this whole podcast, one thing that you'd easily be able to notice is Joe's mannerisms. It's clear he isn't used to being in front of a camera, and the whole thing might be a bit uncomfortable for him. The explanation might be as simple as that, but I personally think there's something very nefarious going on, and I intend to prove that. Joe Rogan is nefariously faking his love for monkeys for monetary gain. That might sound a bit ridiculous, and truth be told, when I was writing this, Joe even had me fooled and thinking that this couldn't be a possibility. But then something curious happened. I received an email from a whistleblower containing nothing other than a video file. So I did as most would do and opened it. And I think this horrific footage will speak for itself. This leaves only one question. Why? Why would somebody do this? What brings a man to that level? Joe had apparently heard that I was making this hit piece on him and wanted to set up an interview to set the record straight. I saw no reason not to accept this, so I did that interview. Several trigger warnings ahead, this stuff gets wild. So Joe, I think a lot of people want to know, why? Why'd you do it? I was only 10 when the circus came to town. My family, we all went to see it. I was doing some comedy in Gary. He was my older brother. I always looked up to him. He was the family's athlete and I was just a comedian. He was doing some sick flip and I told him about this really funny pickle. It distracted him and he fell in. And the gorillas, they went wild. One gorilla would pick him up and throw him to the next one. They tore him apart, limb by limb. And I could have saved him. My comedy killed 3 people that day. Actually, it was only 2. They're still just trying to figure out whether or not a third person was even present. With the scene they were left with, it's sort of difficult to tell. Let's move on from that topic. I can see that it's affecting you a lot. I have a surprise for you, Joseph. It's your 3 friends, Abu, Chim and Clyde. They've come to apologize.
Yeah.
They're sneaking up on us.
Yeah.
Electronics and cars, which is also, you know, it's also a creation, a mechanical creation, and now more than ever, they're driving computers.
Yeah, man. It's true.
What I'm trying to say is Ted Kaczynski was right.
Oh my God, we all know that.
He was right.
Did you ever read his manifesto?
No, I'm scared it's catchy.
Yeah, man, it's so...
So have you ever done DMT?